Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom and this is Tom's Toys 95. I'm a part-time eBay reseller as well as a video game collector, and in these series of videos I like to document my eBay journey with you guys, and I will show you everything that I sold on eBay. I'll go through where I got it from, tell you a bit about the item and ultimately how much it sold for. So at the end of the week we'll go through all the profits, and with that said, it is now Monday morning and I've got a few sales from the weekend to go through. So without further ado, let's go grab them. So we've got a figure to start with, which I can see in the box in front of me. We've got a hat, a video game, so let's just get straight into picking them. Now there's not too many sales this week, so there's not a lot to go over unfortunately. Now the hat is in here, so the first one is this hat and it's from the Marvel's Eternal movie, so I think this is like a promotional hat. So I found this at a car boot for £2 and it is this one here. Marvel Studios Eternals. Now this was £2 and this is sold for £15 plus postage. This is my hat box, so I like picking hats. They're usually quite cheap and you can get quite a bit of money for them. So the next sale was this figure. Now this is a Ben 10 figure. I literally picked this up. It came in a bundle of figures for a tenner and there was like 50 odd figures in there. It owes me like 20p. And that has sold for £2.25. Not a lot of money at all, but better than nothing I suppose. The next one is a Nintendo Switch game. So this Switch game came from the game sale, which was 3 for 2, or it might have been 50% off last year. And it was something like £12.99 and I paid £6.50, something like that. And this has sold for £17.49, and that is Journey to the Savage Planet. Now, I started this on the PS4, I quite enjoyed the game. Haven't got time to go back to it yet, but I didn't hate the game at all. It was really good actually. It gave me like Borderlands kind of vibes. But yeah, pretty cool little sort of alien survival space game, I guess. Can't really say too much on it, I only played like the first couple of missions, but yeah, quite a cool game. And there's one more sale to grab, so I'm just going to get that now. So their last sale is a watch strap. Now I did move some stuff around the other day, make it a bit more easier to find. So the watch straps is quite a lot, so I've put them in an order in terms of like a SKU system. So I'm looking for KC13. So the brand of the watch strap is Kenneth Cole, so KC, and then 13 is the 13th strap. So there's like 30 I had, so I paid £1 each for them on average. So I just gotta find it. So we've got the watch straps here, and there's like 20 odd different ones. So I'm looking for number 13, and I think that one went for £12.95, which is a good price for £1. There we go. So it's this green one here, and this is a crocodile leather green watch strap there. And as you can see, Kenneth Cole on the back. Nice genuine leather piece, and that has gone for £12.95 from £1. So only a handful of sales really, or a hatful of sales. Yeah, can't really say too much. It's been a poor weekend. I've listed loads of stuff, took loads of photographs of things, so I've got loads more to list. So I am boosting my algorithm on my store, but at the moment it's just not the best time to make money. But hey ho. Some people will be winning, some people will be losing. That's how the game works. So I'm going to go and get those wrapped at work today, and I will see you soon. Hey guys, it's now Wednesday. I've got the day off work and I made some pickups yesterday on my lunch break, so I'm going to go through them now. I'm heading to Manchester tonight to watch Man United, hopefully win the Europa League, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going up with my mate and we're going to stay there for a night and we'll hopefully be there for a couple of days. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have time to go shopping, but I do plan on going to like the Trafford Centre or the Arndale or something. So if I make any pickups, then obviously I'll show you those when I get back. But these are pickups from my local town centre that I made yesterday. So I'm going to go through them. I'll go in shop order. So I only went to 2 shops, but the one shop I picked up a lot of stuff, and then I also went to CeX. I'll start with CeX. I've got 4 games that I picked up, and then there's a bunch of like figures and stuff, and some stickers from the other shop, which I'll go through afterwards. So the first one, we've got this SteelBook, and this is Ghostwire Tokyo on the PS5. Now I don't know if this is a good game or not. I have heard about it. I don't know if it's free on the PS Plus or anything like that, so if it is I'll probably sell the disc and keep the SteelBook for the collection, but I don't have the SteelBook. I think the game's worth about £8 anyway, so I'll be able to sell the disc for pretty much what I paid for it, and then get to keep the SteelBook and add it to my collection for very cheap. Now if I had the SteelBook already, what I usually do would sell the disc and then sell the SteelBook separate. but in this case I'm going to keep the SteelBook for my collection. The next one is for the PS3 collection, and that is Midway Arcade Origins. This is quite a rare game, so I was surprised to see this one on the shelf. And this one goes for around about £36 to £40 on eBay, and some people have commanded a higher price, especially sealed. And it is quite a difficult one to find, so I was happy to see this in my local one for £30. It's in good condition and does come with the manual. So the last two games that I picked up from CeX were these two Lego games. Now I picked these up because they come with the slip covers, and the Lego games do have a subset of slip covers. Now the reason I haven't really picked these up before is because brand new at retail these cost about 15 to 20 quid each, and they re-released them with this new RRP of 15 or 20 pounds. And that's kind of overpriced a lot of them second hand. As you can see here, we've got one for 10 and one for 6, so they're very much cheaper in CeX. So I decided not to buy them brand new, and then every time I've seen them second hand, they either don't have the slipcover, or when they do, they're ripped or they're damaged or they're battered. But I went in my local one, and these two are in really good condition. So I was happy to add them to the collection, and one was £6 and one was £10. So I'm going to be selling both. I think I have this game already, so I'm just going to be adding that to the collection and selling my copy. And then this one, I think I platinumed it on the Vita, so I'm not going to play it. So I'm probably going to sell this game. Probably only get about £4 or £5 for it, but it gets some money back and get me the slipcover cheap. But yeah, these games were like 15 quid each, and I think there's like 8 or 10. I could be wrong, there might be more. But yeah, there's a lot of slipcovers made for the Lego set, so if anyone is collecting slipcovers or variants or anything like that, then do look out for this Lego subset. But I'll be adding those to my collection. So those are 16 quid, and that was all of the CeX pickups. So the next store I went to was the TV and movie store, and most of the stuff in the store is brand new stock, and it's all like the last sort of year or so, or it's new releases. But they do have quite a lot of older stock, and I think they get a lot of like end of line stuff. So there'll be some figures or something in there that was like 3-4 years old, maybe even longer. And in this case, there was a lot of figures here that were upwards of like 10 years old. So I decided to snag them at a fairly good price. And on eBay, I think I can get a higher price for them, so I will be flipping them on. Now, the first one I saw were these Mario Connects. Now, this is Super Mario Bros. 2, and this one came out in 2013, I believe. And this was for the launch of Super Mario Bros. 2 on the Nintendo 3DS or the Nintendo Wii. And this comes with a gold Mario. Now, I couldn't find this on eBay, especially boxed. And I searched the golden Mario figure, and there was a bundle of like 4 figures. This only comes with 3, so you get Mario, Luigi and a mystery one. But there was a bundle of 3 loose, no box, that sold for 40 quid. So for £14.99, I wasn't taking any prisoners on this one, and I gambled on it. So I got 2 of those, and I figured I'd be able to sell one on its own and one as a set. So there's another one which I'll show you in a second. I think I could easily get 25 to £30 for these in the box, maybe more. I'll probably go in higher, maybe 40-50 quid, and then just reduce it. But there's none on eBay. I've searched Mario Connects and stuff like that, and nothing came up. So hopefully get a good price for that. The next one I found then was a Super Mario 3D Land one, which comes with the like Boomerang Mario and Yoshi. Sorry, not Yoshi, the Koopa Trooper, that's it. Now the box is battered on this one, unfortunately, so this is coming away, so this might have to be sold as like loose or new other, but I'm going to be selling the two together. Now if I'm going to aim for like 40 to 50 on that one, I'll probably aim for around 70 on these two, especially with the damage, but I can always reduce them. Worst case scenario, if I drop them down to like 20 quid each, then I'll get my money back, but I think that was a good gamble. The next one, sticking with the Super Mario theme, was this Magic Koopa Kamek figure. Now, these figures can vary. They bring out a load of like maybe 5 or 6 in a set at a time. And usually there's 1 or 2 in there that are quite sought after, and the rest are just cheap. So they all come out for like £7, £8.99, and that's how much they're worth pretty much. But there's always one that's usually a bit more valuable. So currently I've been buying lots of Pom Pom, which is like the latest series, and Pom Pom is the figure that everyone seems to want. I looked it up and it did say 2020, so I thought this is 5 years old, there's a chance that this one might have a bit of value, might have gone up in price. And someone had one listed for £24 sealed in the box, and I couldn't see any more on eBay, so I thought for that one I'll gamble on it. If I get at least 20 quid I'll be happy, but I'm probably aiming for around 24, 25, same as the other one, and see how I do on that one. The next ones were also Super Mario figures, but these were Japanese, I believe, and these are a little subset of Super Mario keyrings. Now you can see here you've got Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong and Peach, and each one has a different pose. So there was a few on the shelf, and this one is a Princess Peach with like pom-poms. So these were £4.99, and the only one I could find on eBay was listed for £9 plus postage, and it was one figure in a different pose. Now I did have a look on the shelf and I had 3, and I thought they were all the same, but it turns out that they're different. So we've got this one with the red pom-pom, Then we've got 2 with the green pom-pom. So as you can see, they're slightly different poses there. So there's 3 out of 5 for the Princess Peach one. I paid 15 quid for the 3 of them. So hopefully if the other guy's selling them for 9 plus postage, that makes it about £12 a figure. So I'll probably reduce mine to about maybe £8 to £10 a figure. So if I can get £30 plus postage, or at least 25 plus postage, again, very happy with that. Then I did buy some of these previously, and I did ask next time I went in, they said they'd run out of them, but they might have had some more in, or they might have found some more at the back. But these Pac-Man stickers were 50p each, and they're not really worth a lot. On eBay you could get like 3 packs for like £3 or £4, so they're only worth about £1 each on eBay. But some of them I might open up myself, and the rest I might sell in a bundle and try and double my money. So I actually got 20 of these, and it should have been £10 because they're 50p each. And when I took it to the till, I spent £110 in total, and the lady said that she'll do them for a £5 for me. So she'll put 10 through instead of 20, so I was very happy with that. So these cost me 25p each. And as I said, they go for about £1 a pack, so these 20 I might be able to get about 20 quid plus postage on those. And then the last ones I bought, so recently I bought some Terrifier pops, and there's 4 in the set. So as you can see on the back there, there's 4 different characters. I found the top 2, and these were quite hard to find at one point, and then as I bought them, they obviously got released everywhere, and they're not as valuable as I first thought. So I paid £27.50 for 2 of those, because they were 15 each, or 2 for £27.50. So I got 2 of them, and I got 2 lots of 2, and I found the third one. So I can't find the one with sunglasses. That seems to be the chase that everyone wants and the rarest one. But the third one I found, which is this one here. So this one's got like blood on his face. The other one is just like a plain one with a knife. The other one is him with a bike. Then you got the sunglasses. So this is the one with sort of the blood spatter on him. So I found 2 of these, and I'm going to add those to the other set of 2. So now I'm going to have 2 sets of 3. Those were £27.50. So I'll put those together with the other ones, and at the moment they're listed for 40 plus postage because I reduced them a bit. But I'll probably list them for 60 plus postage for the set of 3. Hopefully make a little bit of profit on those ones. Sticking with the Mario theme, found 2 more Mario things, and then that is everything that I picked up. Found these Super Mario air fresheners. So the first one is this Bullet Bill, and the second one is this Yoshi. Now these are from 2017, and I had a quick look. They're only £2.99 each. Had a quick look on eBay, couldn't find anything on there, so I can essentially ask my own price. That'd be really cheap to post. So I figured if I could get like 12 or 15 quid for those, again I can always reduce them, but if I can get 12 or 15 quid, since I'm the only seller on eBay, then I'll be able to double money on those ones. And that is everything that I picked up so far this week, and I'll see you in the next segment. Hey guys, it's Thursday evening and I've got back from Manchester, and what a terrible night that was. But anyway, less said about that the better. So I picked up some stuff from the Trafford Centre, and I popped into Game, and what I didn't realise was that they were having a store closing down sale similar to the one in my local store a couple of months ago, and I picked up loads of stuff. I had a lot of similar stuff there, but I only had a limited space and enough hands to carry to the car. So we were still shopping, and we were quite early into the trip, and we were going for food and stuff, so I couldn't have bought half the store. I also didn't have the money to buy half the store as well, so I spent £57 in total, but I think I got a few good pickups. Half of them I'm going to like sell and put on eBay, and the other half are going to be sort of like investments, like I stash away for a rainy day. So I'll go through the video games first. So it's 20% off on the video games and 20% off like new toys and stuff. And then I don't know how they decided what was 20% and what was 50%, but then there was 50% off other stuff. So it was a bit of a mix. And then by the till was a lot of like promotional items. Not a lot of variety of stuff, but there was a lot in a stack which I picked up, and I'll go through those afterwards. So the first games that I picked up, these were £6 each, brand new and sealed, and I had a massive stack of them. And I thought I'll get one for myself and one to sit on and maybe sell later down the line. And that is The Witcher Wild Hunt, the complete edition on the PS5. So I've got the PS4 version, it comes with the PS5 upgrade, but this one is the PS5 box, and it was originally £16.99, and they had those for £6, so I got 2 of them. Then the next one on the PS5, it was £3, and the Switch it was £4, and that is 2 Point Campus. Now these have gone down in price, and you can see them regular for like 10, 15, 20 quid. Especially sealed, but opened you can find them in CEX for like £6, £7, £8. but these brand new for £3 sealed and £4 on the Switch, straight in my basket. Now, they had plenty of them. I probably should have bought more. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. They're good to sort of sit on and maybe sell them for like a tenner down the line each, or maybe even more. But I only got 2 of each, so I got 3 on the PS5, and then I got 2 on the PS5 and 2 on the Switch, and those are £3, these were £4, so £8 spent on those, £6 on the other, and £12 on The Witcher. Then by the till they had a lot of promotional items, so I picked up this little keyring. Now, I don't know what this is. I'll try and put a picture maybe, or if you can see it on the camera. But this is from a game of some sort. I have no idea what it is. I've tried to Google image search it. I've asked ChatGPT, looked online, can't find anything. It's obviously from a game, but there's no marking on it. And since it was bought from game, it's clearly a pre-order item for something. So if anyone knows what ship that's from, or what game the ship is from, then please let me know. The next one is this little Zelda Echoes of Wisdom keyring. I already have one of these in my collection from when I pre-ordered it, so I will be selling that. That probably goes for around about £5, I'm guessing. This Monkey Ball, so all these were £1 by the way. This Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble stickers, these were £1. Probably only worth like £2 or £3, but I don't have these in my collection, or I didn't buy these when my game store was closing down, so I thought for £1 I'll gamble on those ones. Probably sell them for like £5-6. And then I've already got loads of these listed, and I picked these up because I've sold quite a few already. Now, these are Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, and there's Assassin's Creed and Middle Earth. What's it called? Middle Earth Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth. And these are promotional game mats, so you use these for the trading card game, you roll them out, and then you put your cards on there. So they're just little promotional things, but I've got 2 Assassin's Creed ones, and I've been selling those for £10 each. And I've sold all 5 of the Lord of the Rings ones that I had. I think one went for £8 and the other went for £10 each as well. So £48 on the Lord of the Rings ones I got, and I think I sold 2 or 3 of the Assassin's Creed ones. So I've probably made about £70 back off 7 mats. So really happy with that. And there were 15 Lord of the Rings ones and 2 Assassin's Creed ones. So there's another 17. These are already listed on my eBay store, so all I've done is just update the quantity. I relisted these ones as I'd sold out. And then the last one is another item that I've already got on my eBay store. Paid £1. I think they're listed for £8 each, maybe £7 each. They're not worth as much as I initially thought they were going to be. But these are Paper Mario The 1000-Year Door paper planes, and you craft them and you make a paper plane, and they come in this little square sort of vinyl shaped case. And those were £1 each as well, and there are 8 of those. So I've already got those listed on my store. I haven't sold any yet, but I've got them listed, so all I've done is just increase the quantity on my store. So yeah, not too bad. So £57 spent. Those will all go on eBay, and the stickers and the keyrings, and then the games I'm going to sit on. But yeah, nice little haul. Morning guys, it's now Friday. There's a lot of stuff that I still need to list, so I've drafted lots and lots of items. There's loads of drafts, there's like 68 drafts or something ready to go. I just need to find time to photograph them, so I'm going to try and do that tonight before the week's up so that I can get some listings up. And I've made some good purchases. In terms of sales, it's been a pretty poor week in terms of volume of sales as well. There's not really a lot that has sold. Haven't really been doing too much this week in terms of listing. I did last week, I listed quite a bit, and I was hoping that would have a knock-on effect, and until those drafts are listed, I haven't really listed anything this week, so I need to try and get all those drafts listed tonight and hopefully boost the algorithm and all that jazz. But we've got 5 sales to go through. One sale though has really annoyed me, and in the last segment of sales I sold the hat, the game, a figure and the watch strap. Now, I don't know what happened, but I put the watch strap somewhere off camera. Nice genuine leather piece. And that has gone for £12.95 from £1. So, only a handful. And I watched it back and I heard myself like sort of put it somewhere. Now, I got to work and I had my hat, I had the game, had the figure, no watch strap. I was like, that's a bit weird. Now, the only place I went was from the garage to my car, which is on my drive, and then drove to work. And when I got to work, I noticed I didn't have the watch strap. So the only place the watch strap could have been is somewhere in the car, maybe my work bag or in the garage. So I checked my work bag, it wasn't in there. I checked the car, checked down the seats, it wasn't in there either. So I went back into the garage, had a look round after work, could not find it anywhere. I've moved boxes, I've checked in boxes. Like, I only sold 4 items and I only went in 4 boxes. So I checked all those boxes, not there. Checked everywhere in the garage, it is literally not there. It's like the watch has just watch strap has just spontaneously combusted. So the only place logically that could have happened is potentially I did take it and maybe it fell on my drive and someone's picked it up, but I really don't think that's happened. So this watch strap just does not exist anymore. I don't know what the hell happened. So anyway, I've messaged the buyer and I apologised and said I can either like try and find it and send it late, or I can refund you. So he wanted it still. He said I'll send it late, otherwise refund. So I've left it like 2 more days, cannot find it. And my girlfriend even helped me look this morning and it just does not exist anywhere. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but it's gone. So I've had to refund that strap, which is really, really annoying. But it's the fact that I don't even know where it is. That's the annoying thing, is I had it in my hands and it's gone. So anyway, I had to refund that, but I've had 5 more sales since, and some of them are actually pretty good because how the week's gone so far is the sales I've actually made haven't been that great in terms of the price of them, and I haven't actually made that many sales, so it's looking like another really poor week in terms of income. But we've had a few pretty decent sales in terms of how much they cost, so let's go through them now. So the first one we'll start off is this SteelBook for The Walking Dead. Now this is on the PlayStation 4, this is a VR required game. I do think I played this one a little bit and it was quite good. There were 2 Walking Dead games on the VR. I played one but not the other, so I'm not sure if this is the one I played or not, but yeah, pretty good. I sold the disc only, so I believe this was, I think it might have been £12 from CEX. I sold the disc only quite a while ago for around about 10 or 12 quid, and then I'm just left with the SteelBook, and this has gone for £11.99, so probably after fees made about £10 on that game, if I include the disc as well. The next one I'm going to go with is this Man United shirt. Don't really want to talk about Man United at the moment. I went up to Manchester to watch the game and it was a bad night. But yeah, this was I think £20 or £25 in a clearance from a football shop. Might have been like kit bag or something about a year or 2 ago, and I got a few XXL and a few 4XL. So this is the 4XL. Now I picked those up because they're big sizes, and big sizes tend to sell quite well, although you've got to find someone that's that size that wants it. So this one is a 4XL Man United home shirt. I believe it's from the 22 or 22 season, so it's a few years old now, and that has gone for £35. And then the best sale is probably in terms of profit are these SteelBooks. Now I have 26 of these SteelBooks, so I'll just pull out a little wad here. But there's 26 in total, and these all came from the game closing down sale at my local town centre, and the game closed and they had a load of stuff on clearance, and they had all these like promotional items that were like £1 each. So I took the box, there was 250 pieces in that box, and I said, how much would you do for the whole thing? So theoretically it should have cost 250 quid. The bloke got bored accounting for it and just said I'll do the whole thing for 100. So every item cost me 40 pence. So there's 26 of these, so it should be like £10.40 or something I paid. And these have sold for £65 plus postage. So I sold them as a job lot. Individually they only sell for like £3.50 on eBay, maybe £4. And if you take off £2 postage, because they're over the 100 gram limit, it'd be about £1.80 to post. That's only like £2.20 per one. And then you've got to take off your fees, and if I promote it, even more fees. So I'll probably only get about £1 profit per item if I sold them individually, and I'll be waiting months. So I listed them for 69 quid. Someone sent an offer for 65 quid, and I've sold all 26 in one go, so really happy with that. And yeah, in terms of profit, I made like £50 so really pleased with that. And then the last sale, well, there's actually 2. One of them is a Tech Deck skateboard. Paid 10 pence for it from the car boot. That has sold for £5. I've left that on my desk by accident. I put it in my work bag, and I should have brought it down with me, but that's on my desk, so that needs to be posted. But it's literally just a little Tech Deck skateboard with a certain design on it. And then the last sale are these Super Mario figures. Now these cost me £8.99 each from TK Maxx. There's 4 in total. We got Peach, Mario, Luigi, and then there's Toad, which is my favourite one. I kind of want to keep that one, but you know, I need to make some money. So those have all gone for £50 plus postage, so not a great deal of profit on that. I think I listed them for 60 at the time. I wanted about £15 each, but as time's gone on, I've just like to reduce stuff to try and clear it out. So paid 36, I think it was in total, so I'll probably get about 43 after fees, £44 after fees, so still a tenner in it. Not a great deal of profit, but still some profit. But that's 50 quid going into the bank, which is good, and then 65 quid going to the bank from the Lego stuff. So still some decent sales to go through. But yeah, that'll probably look like it for the week. It is Friday morning, so we might make some sales this evening, in which case I'll go through those as well. But if it is, then there'll be the results after this. Morning guys, it's now Saturday. The week has been concluded. My sales run from Saturday morning through to Friday night. So as it's now the following Saturday morning, the week has ended in terms of the sales. So it's time to round up and go over how much profit I actually made and just break it down a little bit more for you. But yeah, overall, pretty decent week. Got some decent pickups. Got plenty of stuff listed. So last night on Friday, I went through and listed a lot of stuff. So as I mentioned, I drafted up quite a lot of listings over the last sort of weekend and week. I just haven't had time to photograph them. So last night, got all my stuff out, and I probably listed about 30 or 40 new items on my store. So I'm really pleased with that. I haven't really got time to go through them all. But I'll probably put a link in my bio or something to my eBay store, so if anyone wants to check it out, you can have a look. But yeah, plenty of stuff listed. In terms of the sales, then it's time to go for the results. So I made 9 sales in total. Would have been 10, but I had to refund that watch strap. So let's say 10 sales in total. Fairly standard. I mean, if I try and aim for like 15 sales a week at least, but 10 is okay. Anything below 10 is usually very disappointing. So let's go through the figures then. So the gross sales, which is everything that came in, which is the cost of the item plus the postage, was £244.04. The eBay fees this week was £35.15. The postage is £29.60. Now the Lego SteelBooks cost me about £7 to post, and I'd only marked it down as like standard £3.50 postage, which is my own error. It was well over the 2 kilograms, and it was quite a big, heavy, bulky box. So yeah, that cost nearly £7. The cost to buy this week was £86.06, which isn't too bad. £86 spent, £244 back. But then after all of the fees and deductions taken off, then the net profit this week was £93.23, which is below my £100 target and well below my £150 target. So I used to have a £100 target a week profit, and then now car boot season's back. I tried to raise it, but I'll be completely honest, I've not really been to car boots this year. I think I've been to 3 since I've been open. So I've still got some videos to edit, which I said last week, I just haven't had time to edit them. So there's some car boot videos coming, but I haven't been to many, and I'll be honest, I haven't really got a lot of money in the sort of eBay part to be going and buying more stuff. I mean, I need to sell what I've got, so that's why I've been listing. So last week got quite a lot of listings up. This week I've listed, as I said, about 40 items. So in the last week I've probably put about 70 new things on my store. So trying to just, you know, clear some space, make as much money as possible, and then I can get back to the car boot. So maybe next weekend or the weekend after, I'll be back at the car boots, weather dependent. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please consider subscribing. Please like the video, it all helps out the channel, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, bye.